You can understand why somebody would be intimidated by you.
Okay, now you couple that with the fact that they're involved somewhat in drugs. They say a guy dealt a little drugs, they were saying before, or a couple of guys went to jail for doing a little drugs, and now they're intimidating characters and they're doing a little bit of drugs, and, you know, now you can see where the reputation comes from.
Well, we never said that we were involved in drugs, so we get that.
You can understand why your physical appearance would be intimidating to some people.
Sure.
Is that calculated? You like that? Is that part of your image that you want to have a physically intimidating image?
No, we have people with short hair that, you know, fit the mold of...
I mean, you don't wear a three-piece suit and a vest and a pocket.
If we have to.
You know, it goes to the old cliche, you know what I mean? You look like, you know, dirty, whatever, long hair and everything, and you're doing something bad. I mean, that's so far out of whack. It's, you know, we got kids, 13, 14-year-old kids out running around the streets, clean-cut little kids going out and selling crack on the streets of New York City right now. And you look at them, they look like babies. Meanwhile, they're all carrying guns and they're selling crack.
You look at it this way, too. If we were doing all the drugs that everybody's saying we're doing, we want to look different, wouldn't we?
Do you ever have an occasion to wear a suit?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, name one.
Weddings.
Funerals.
You know, if you wouldn't dress in garb...
You go to a lot of funerals.
Well, now, if you were dressing up for a Hell's Angel funeral, you would wear your stripes, wouldn't you? You wouldn't wear a suit.
We would dress like we are now.
Yeah.
If a member wanted to wear a suit, he'd wear a suit. That's his choice.
All right, thank you.
I highly doubt they own a suit.
Well, you want to go inspect their wardrobe?
No, thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
But you're intimidating looking. You look intimidating.
But we don't look this way to be intimidating. This is just us.
Yeah. Is beards and facial hair a part of being a Hell's Angel? I know all three of you have beards.
I tell you, it keeps you warm in the cold days when you're out riding.
Yeah, but do you need to have a beard to be a member of the Hell's Angel?
No.
I had a beard before I was a Hell's Angel. I had long hair when I was in high school.
Yeah.
A lot of people with beards.
WNBC.
Alan.
Yes.
I wondered how they felt about dealing, if they ever get involved with some of the other clubs like the Pagans from the island and people like this.
Involved as far as what?
Involved in what?
In other words, are there confrontations? How do you feel about these other... Because most of the Pagans that I've met are jerks, and most of the angels I've met are not.
Well, like I said before, if we're at a function where we're both at and something comes about, we deal with it as the situation needs to be dealt with.
Do you find that the Pagans make a problem for you guys?
No.
Okay.
Thank you. WNBC.
Alan?
Yes.
I'd like to ask your guests to comment with regards to their description of themselves as being a men's club on the federal government's case against the Oakland chapter of the Hells Angels for illegal weapons trading.
Right now, that case is in court.
Mm-hmm. And are you affiliated with this group at all?
When you mean the word affiliated, they're Hells Angels.
All Hells Angels are brothers, no matter where we are. We have brothers all over the world. As far as that case that's going on right now, it's got to be proved in court. And it's in.
They do have one of the Oakland leadership team in prison at this point, though. Yeah.
No, nobody's in prison on that case right now. They're rolling on bail.
Do you believe that your brother's involved in weapons trading?
No.
No.
You don't believe that?
I'll tell you, if the case has been going on for a few months, and if anybody had a chance or the interest to go down there and watch.
I've heard from first-hand experience.
Okay, I've been down there myself firsthand, so I can tell you what's going on down there. They have a federal informant that's on the stand lying his ass off, and their case is falling apart.
I just wonder if you would consider this a typical activity for a men's club.
We don't deal in drugs or guns, so a typical activity, I would say no.
I see.
Thank you. WNBC.
Yeah, Alan.
Yes.
I want to give you a good example of community service that Hells Angels has provided in the past.
Okay.
A Marine I served with in Fort Leavenworth told me that every year, and I don't know if this is still done or done in the New York area, but every year the Hells Angels out there hold a toy drive for orphans. And they bring all the toys to the front of the Marine base and drop them off so that they can be distributed. And I think something like that is commendable and should be brought up to the public.
Is that true? Is that part of your activity?
We help various groups, but they're not going to write that in the newspaper.
Of course they're not.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
WNBC.
Alan.
Yes, sir.
I've known the Angels since the mid-'60s.
I feel like I'm at a testimonial dinner here. All right, go ahead.
And I've grown up with them. I don't know a lot of them personally. I've ridden with them back in the early 60s. I was very young. I've never known anybody to really have major problems with them. It's always been the newspapers dragging things out, and you can always find bad things with anybody.
Great. Okay, thank you. WNBC.
Can I speak to Butch?
Go ahead.
Yeah, Butch, this is Bob from the bank. I'm the manager where Butch and his partner have their bank account for their motorcycle shop.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to say that Butch and his partner, George, are really nice guys. What the other guy was saying before about them being intimidating looking, they are kind of intimidating looking, but if you talk to them, they're intelligent guys, and they're really nice to deal with.
Okay. Thank you. WNBC.
Yeah, Alan.
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Richie. I'm from New Jersey, and I'm friends with everybody sitting there.
I know, Rich.
They do a lot of good things for people. Not everything that you hear is bad. They do a lot of good. Why don't you ask them about the good they do and the money they give?
Well, I earlier asked if what community projects they were involved with and how they serve the community, and some people have called up and indicated those areas.
Yeah, well, you also asked why they got a bad reputation.
Well, yeah.
That's from the movies from the 60s and early 70s that portrayed bikers as lowlifes.
Are you a biker?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. And I think the world of everybody sitting there.
Now, you're not a member of the Hells Angels?
No, I'm not. I'm a very good friend.
Would you like to join the group?
Well, that's personal.
I see. Well, now, someone like this, if he wants to be a member of the group, he just has to hang around you. What do you then have to, it's by invitation only? You have to invite them to join, is that?
No, we don't invite nobody down. If you want to come down and you're interested in joining the club, you come down on your own.
I see. And at what point, then, can you become a member?
We feel you ready.
Yeah, when you show us that's where your heart's at.
Then you have to. Well, how does someone show that to you? That's
just by being themselves.
Yep.
And then you have to invite them at some point to join, or can they say, "I want to join"?
All the members voted Democratic way. We vote on them.
Well, thank you for calling. Are there dues?
There's dues for our events, barbecues. You got to have money to have a barbecue.
Who supports the club? How is the club funded?
No one supports the club. The club ain't like, we don't get donations. We have people that do benefits. We put benefits on. But as far as support, we all work. We all pay our own car insurance. We don't pay. No, it's not a commune thing.
You have to have a certain kind of bike.
A Harley Davidson.
It's got to be a Harley Davidson.
Yeah, no Sportsters.
Why only a Harley Davidson?
It's good.
American made bike.
Yeah. What's your favorite model?
It's American made. What's the favorite model?
Yeah.
There's a lot of new ones now that rubber jobs that are really fantastic on the road. It's hard to say.
We put a lot of miles on. You know, we have a lot of runs. We have runs in Colorado, all over. So.
You don't have runs here in New York, do you?
Sure, upstate.
Not New York City.
Yeah, we do.
Up Fifth Avenue.
In the traffic.
WNBC.
Hi, Alan.
Hi.
First, I want to thank you for the year and a half of wonderful programming that you've done.
Thank you.
And secondly, I want to thank the Hells Angels. A few years back, as a big shot, very mature 25-year-old, I rented my first car out in California and proceeded to get stuck. Nobody would stop. All of a sudden, a horde of Harleys came down the road. I got real nervous. These guys pulled over, and I got even more nervous. And then they said, "Hi, little lady, can we help you? Look like you have a problem." They fixed the car, and they took off before I could even say thank you. And it was the greatest thing that could have happened, because I would still be out there waiting for somebody to stop, probably.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank our guests, J.J. Flash, Butch Garcia, and Bob Maganza. Thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you for having us.
Minute after 6 at WNBC.
This is news from 66 WNBC, New York.
I'm Doug O'Brien. Here's what's happening at 6:01. Robert Abrams and Al Sharpton are complaining about each other again this evening. Sharpton the louder, but Abrams still has the bigger stick. The Dutchess County Grand Jury issued its Tawana Brawley report today, and as expected, it says the whole case is a hoax. Sharpton has a demonstration going on outside the New York Times, one of the papers that released the story early. He says Abrams isn't interested in prosecuting people who rape black girls. Abrams says Brawley lawyers Alton Maddox and Vernon Mason are liars and have obstructed justice and is filing complaints against them with the disciplinary commission. More testimony in the Bess Meyerson case today. A former clerk for Judge Hortense Gable says Bess used the judge's private unlisted line to work out the details of reducing Andy Capasso's alimony payments in exchange for hiring the judge's daughter. The Justice Department says laws protecting the handicapped from discrimination cover AIDS victims employed in federal jobs or in programs receiving federal aid. That's in line with the Supreme Court ruling last year and reverses a Justice Department position published 2 years ago. A gay rights group welcomes the change, saying the Justice Department is finally catching up with legal reality. A new threat is being heard against the safety of 2 American hostages in Lebanon. The warning comes in a statement to a Beirut newspaper from the Revolutionary Justice Organization, which claims to hold Americans Joseph Sicipio and Edward Tracy. It links their safety with the group's hostility toward proposals to send United Nations troops to police Lebanon's stalled presidential elections. Dan Quayle and Lloyd Benson agree on one thing. If you want to know the outcome of their debate last night, just look at the polls. But they do differ on which polls to pay attention to. Democrat Benson likes the ones indicating that he beat Quayle handily in their vice presidential debate, but Quayle says the ones that count are the ones showing the Bush-Quayle ticket in the lead for next month's election. There's a story going around that Texas Air Chairman Frank Lorenzo is talking with Carl Icahn about selling Eastern Airlines to Icahn's TWA. Lorenzo has been in a long battle with unions at Eastern, and Eastern has consistently been losing money. And Dow Jones Professional Investor Report says it was the machinists union at Eastern that first approached Icahn, despite his own long-running battle with the unions at TWA. WNBC News Time 6:03. WNBC wants you to know if you're an employee with AIDS, the Citizens Commission on AIDS has workplace guidelines you should know about. To find out more, call 212-779-0311. The WNBC Traffic and Transit Network report, sponsored by Cooper Tire. See Kevin Magner at Briggs Tire, 72 Connecticut Avenue in Norwalk.
They've done it again. Cooper Tire, best known for quality since 1914, introduces another fine Cooper product for you. Your local Cooper Tire dealer is proud to announce the Cooper Monogram AW Radial. This mid-range, steel-belted radial tire combines some of the best elements of premium performance with the benefits of economy and value, making the Monogram the ideal tire for motorists looking for a high-quality, mid-price steel-belted radial. But the good news doesn't end there. The Cooper Monogram also carries an NC replacement limited warranty during the first 50% of tread wear against workmanship and material. Ask your Cooper Tire specialist for details. They'll be happy to tell you all about the Cooper Monogram or show you any other Cooper tire to fit your particular driving needs. They know they can count on Cooper quality, and you can too.
See Nick and Mike Poplawski at Maplewood Tire, 1659 Springfield Avenue in Maplewood, New Jersey, or Charlie and Mike at the Tire King behind the A&P in Sussex. Now with the latest tri-state area conditions from the WNBC Traffic and Transit Network, here's Judy DeAngelis.
Thanks, Doug. Southbound Cross Island Parkway packed for 3 miles from the Throgs Neck Bridge to the LIE due to police activity on the exit ramp. Outbound Holland and Lincoln tunnels, 15-minute delays inbound at both tunnels, and at the GWB, a 20 to 25-minute wait.
WNBC Sports, here's Don Criqui.
Ready or not, the National Hockey League season begins tonight. And while the best player, Wayne Gretzky, is now in Los Angeles, the best team is still Edmonton. This is Don Criqui on Sports. I'll be back in a moment.
Well, we're here at Red Roof Inn, and we're talking now with
Karen Williams.
Would you say that you have a pretty good memory?
Pretty good.
Do you think you can remember a phone number?
I'll try.
1-800-THE-ROOF.
1-800-THE-ROOF.
Now, why do you think you should remember that?
So you can get a reservation at the Red Roof.
That's right. It's a toll-free reservation number for Red Roof Inns, the best lodging value out on the road. You get a clean, comfortable room for about half the cost of those, other motel chains. And all you have to do is a quick call.
1-800-THE-ROOF.
Boy, you are smart as a whip.
Clive Barker. They call him a master of horror, the new Stephen King. Hold on to your sanity. Clive Barker is back, and there's no escape from Weave World. Weave World, an epic adventure into darkness and light, magic and madness. Stephen King says, I have seen the future of horror, and it's Clive Barker. See it for yourself in Weave World. Now in paperback from Pocket Books.
The National Hockey League's 72nd season gets underway tonight and concludes sometime next May. Some claim the 80-game regular season is nothing more than an exhibition season because 75% of the teams make the playoffs. The people who run the NHL make some interesting decisions. They figure that each franchise could earn $600,000 more this season by making local cable television deals, and the national package on ESPN was scrapped. That means, however, 80% fewer fans have access to NHL games on television. This is not a league that looks at the big picture. The NHL does set the standard for all leagues in another area, drug abuse. You don't hear about cocaine problems in the National Hockey League because a player is banned there for life for a first offense. Tonight, Wayne Gretzky plays his first regular season game as an LA King, and the Forum in Los Angeles is sold out. Previously, only the Lakers of the NBA could do that. The original owner of the LA Kings, Jack Kent Cooke, finally sold the team after years of lagging attendance and said at the time, "I'd put an NHL franchise into Southern California because almost 1 million native Canadians live there, but what I found out is that almost 1 million people left Canada because they hated hockey." This is Don Criqui on the NBC Radio Network.
WNBC weather tonight, clear and cool, a low in the low 40s, partly sunny tomorrow, high in the upper 50s. Tomorrow night and Saturday, variable cloudiness and cool with a low in the low 40s, highs in the mid-50s. Currently, it's 55 degrees, and that's what's happening. I'm Doug O'Brien, WNBC News.
WNBC remembers 66 years of New York's most memorable radio.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
By 1960, the station you are now listening to had operated under 5 different sets of call letters: W2XY, WBAY, WEAF, WNBC, and WRCA. On May 20th, 1960, the station once again unveiled a new name that was really an old name.
And with us today, to inaugurate our name change officially, we have his honor Mayor Robert F. Wagner, who has joined us for the first of our new station identifications. Good morning, Mr. Mayor.
Good morning, Phil. I'm delighted to be here because, as you said, the whole objective here is the change that takes place in this fascinating city and world of ours. Although New York City is old in many areas, yet we have continued changes. Anyone who takes a ride along the East River Drive can see the tremendous changes in our housing there, or on the west side. See what is happening in Lincoln Square, where we'll have the greatest cultural center in the whole world. New York City is one that has been changing and always will continue to change. As they say, it'll be a great city sometime when it's finally completed. But I think that's the fascination of New York, and therefore it's a great privilege for me to do something to identify the station. And this is now WNBC in New York. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
And so 66 on the AM dial had at last been christened with a name that would stay around for a while. 28 years, in fact. But during those remaining 28 years, WNBC was still destined to lead the way into new arenas of broadcasting.
WNBC 66 WNBC.
10 after 6, and we're going to do radio graffiti. This might be the last time.
Yeah?
Because,
well, maybe.
well, yeah, it really will be, because the last time we'll do an extended radio graffiti, because tomorrow's show is going to be jam-packed with so many people.
It's going to be incredible.
That
it really, seriously, is just going to be incredible.
Let me tell you about tomorrow's show. You may or may not have heard. If you're just getting into your car, maybe you haven't. Tomorrow at 5:30, WNBC, after 66 years of service.
62. But
no, 66 years, since 1922. WEAF went on the air in 1922. George Maxian, unfortunately, in his column, I met George for the first time today. I didn't know he lived. But there must have been some kind of editorial error, because they mentioned 22 and then they said 62 years.
Ironic. So 66 years of service.
66 years of service to the community. We'll be signing off the air tomorrow. And I have been given the honor, and it is I'm losing it. An incredible honor.
Just think, there goes the material for so many of the other radio personalities in this town.
What do you mean? What?
This station. there goes half of their bits.
Yeah, right. It's really an honor to be chosen to be the last voice, as it were, on WNBC.
Yeah. And I want to thank you because you graciously invited me to sit in
Who are you?
tomorrow.
Have we met? Of course. Well, you're with me every day. Why shouldn't you be? Why should tomorrow be any
Well,
different?
I'm touched. Thank you very much.
But why should I change my stripes tomorrow?
Well, I know that tomorrow you have, because I interrupted you, an incredible show coming up, and you have just a number of people here that I think. Well,
let me tell you about tomorrow's show. With me in the studio will be Cousin Brucey. Cousin Brucey is the nicest man I have met in the radio business. They don't make him like they threw away the cookie cutter when he was born. He is to be that successful and that nice and that menschy. It just does not exist. There's nobody like him.
He will be here.
Also, to give us an overview is Mike Harrison, president of H&H Broadcasting, one of the original editor of Radio and Records, the pioneer of album-oriented rock. He created the term AOR. He is now doing a format called Super Talk, and he is one of the few people in this country who believes in AM radio and is buying up AM radios.
Let me tell you, they're few and far between.
So I'm making friends with him real fast. He'll be here tomorrow to give us kind of an overview.
Yeah.
Former WNBC personnel, and we're talking about names that you probably never even thought were associated with this radio station, like Ed McMahon.
Yeah, for one. Lots of others.
Bill Cullen did the morning show here at one time. Gene Rayburn, Lee Leonard, Big Wilson, Bob Pittman, former program director, and the man under whose stewardship the sobriquet WNBC was born.
Yep. And who went on to do MTV.
Buffalo Bob Smith, former morning man here. Brad Crandall, Wolfman Jack, Joe McCoy, Marv Albert, Ted Brown, Bob Fitzsimmons. That's for openers. Now, that'll be, huh?
First 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how we're going to do this. I don't know how we're going to do this.
Well,
I don't know how. Have I made myself clear on this? I don't know how we're going to do
Let me put it to you this way. It's going to be something akin to structured chaos.
It's going to be freeform radio at its best or at its worst.
At its best.
So,
with you, Alan, things are never at its worst.
Thanks, you, babe. Thank you so much. So let's go to our listeners. Our phones have been just jammed all day, and I know that many people want to pay their last respects.
What I want to know is when you're on death row, don't you get a hell of a last meal?
Well, it's going to be catered tomorrow.
Good.
White Castle will be here.
All right.
For a while here, I thought I was coming to work every day at the Frankie Camel Funeral Parlor, and
well, what happens if the governor calls?
The governor? Who's the governor? Is it Jeff Smullian or the FCC chairman? Dennis Patrick.
Yeah.
Or Patrick Dennis. I always get that mixed up. Let's go to our telephone, and we're at 24. I don't know why she get the numbers out. You're not going to get through. 247-8666. Area code is 212. And boy, won't they be saving a bundle at GE when these phone lines are struck down, huh?
Oh, I'll say. I mean, seriously, I've never seen your phones are always packed. But I suspect that people out there are just going nuts trying to get through today.
Can I say to hell with them? Let's not talk to them.
Okay.
Let's punish them.
Sure.
WNBC. Beautiful. WNBC.
Oh, hi, Alan. It's Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
I can't believe I got through. I'm so happy I get to say goodbye to you all.
Thank you.
Except I don't know what I'm going to do now on my afternoon drive. You've kept me company all this time.
Well, you'll, I think I feel worse than my listeners, because I'll still have me. They won't.
Well, how can we...
There's an ego, huh? No, I'm kidding. I think that...
God, it's good to have you back again, Alan. I was worried about you in the beginning of the show,
I was
but
getting kind of
you're coming around.
I was getting maudlin earlier. Now I'm...
Good. Okay.
How can we find you afterwards?
I'll give you my home address.
Oh, that would be great.
No, I will not give you my home address. Just read the radio columns. Pardon me?
I really enjoyed the time. I feel like you guys kept me company, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I may have to quit my job.
No, well, please, let's not get radical here.
But if you do, let us know where you're working, because we may want it.
If you want to find out the future of any of the air personalities here at WNBC, if you read the George Maxson or Jill Brooke columns in the Daily News and the New York Post, respectively, they do an excellent job of covering the market, and they will, I'm sure, let us know where each of us will be in the future. So just read those people's columns. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
WNBC.
Well, Alan, this is it, eh?
Elmo.
Alan, I tell you the truth. I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
I don't think you're capable of either.
I don't know, Alan. Alan, I have wanted you off the air for so long now.
And now you got your wish.
But I had no idea you'd take the station with you. Alan, I suppose I'll follow you to wherever you go.
Uh-huh.
But, hey, Alan, please.
Radio Marti, I think, is going to be my next move.
Alan, remember this. It wasn't just a job. It was an adventure.
Thank you so much, Elmo. And, gee, thank God I never did what,
Come to think of it. That was just a dirty part of our lives together.
Now that it's all said and done, Elmo, I want you to be honest with me. If we got to that motel room, would you have done something abusive?
I would have wrung your neck.
Really?
I knew it.
No. I'm only kidding, Alan, but that's what you want to hear, so I tell you that. I don't know what I'd do, Alan.
You were serious about that, weren't you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
You really don't know what you would have done?
I don't know, Alan, neither do you. But let me say this, sir.
Uh-huh. The truth comes out?
Let me say this.
Yeah.
You have not heard the last of Elmo!
All right.
Aren't you glad he doesn't know where you live?
Oh. I live in Kentucky. Yeah, I commute in every day from Kentucky. After 30 years on West 8th Street, ladies and gentlemen, the Stag Shop.
The Stag Shop.
Those your friends who own that, right?
They sold it.
Yeah? Why are they advertising?
Because they're selling all the stock.
That's right. We only accept advertising from people who are going out of business. That's our new policy here at WNBC. After 30 years on West 8th Street, the Stag Shop. Who are they owned? What are their names? They're friends of yours. I know that. Right?
Yeah. The Grundwerk.
The who?
The Grundfest?
Grundwerk.
I didn't know that they'd gotten out of the radio business and gone into the clothing business.
The Grundwergs?
Yeah.
It's a legendary men's clothier. They have better Italian and French-style men's apparel, and they face the need for an agonizing decision.
Don't we all?
But I think they've made it. The landlord says pay a lot more or go. But they're going.
I don't know how much.
To improve their negotiating position, the Stag Shop has ordered an immediate inventory sell-off.
Yeah.
Suits, overcoats, program directors, raincoats, general managers, sport coats, equipment, denim jackets, traffic people, slacks, producers, leather, shoes, shirts, important. Can't look at Elaine or I lose it. This is a good. You shop there, right? Because you know the owner gives you a discount. But they have great stuff there. The entire stock is giveaway priced at as much as 50% off.
Yeah.
Suits ordinarily selling for $350 are tagged at $175.
No kidding.
$65 Italian sweaters will go fast at $32.50.
They sure will.
What are you, the Pips? Silk and silk blend Italian slacks, regularly $95 or $47.50. Before they decide to stay or leave, this is a sale that cannot be matched. Save as much as... Look, I'm at a Baptist... save as much as half at the Stag Shop.
Say hallelujah.
43 West 8th Street between 5th and 6th Avenues. Mention Roland Werner's name and be charged their regular prices. American Express, Visa, and MasterCard accepted open Monday through Saturday 11 to 8 and Sunday from 12 to 6.
Pergament's gotten a couple of complaints lately about its advertising. Not from Pergament customers. They've been really happy to find out that Pergament's home centers have the absolute lowest prices on everything they need for their home. No, the complaints came from one of the other home centers in the area. They didn't like a part we had in a commercial where we said, if you hear a commercial for another home center saying they have the lowest prices, don't believe them. But we'll say it again. Two home centers can't both have the lowest prices. We suggest everybody check out Pergament's prices. This week, Pergament's running a giant sale featuring 25% off Millard bath accessories in chrome and oak or golden oak, and peerless single-lever sink or bath faucets for just $39.99. Nobody's got prices lower than these. We guarantee it. Shop with confidence. Pergament. Everything for your home at the lowest prices.
Hi, Evel Knievel here. Some say I'm the world's all-time greatest daredevil. You remember when I jumped my motorcycle over 51 cars in the Los Angeles Coliseum? Or the time I cleared a tank of hungry man-eating sharks in Chicago? That wasn't enough. The thing that really put the most fear in my heart, my greatest challenge, was in 1974 when I tried to jump the treacherous Snake River Canyon in a sky cycle. It made the Guinness Book of World Records, and I'm real proud of it, 50 or so broken bones later. But I'll tell you what I wouldn't do, is pull a stunt on a subway or a bus, like riding between cars, or jumping from one car to another. No way, man. And you won't catch me jamming stuff between the doors. It's not like an elevator. Those doors mean business. You take it from a daredevil. Me, Evel Knievel. Some stunts are just plain stupid.
This important message brought to you by the New York City Transit Authority.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new General Motors warranty.
Bumper to bumper, bumper to bumper, bumper to bumper, bumper to 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 bumper.
The new Bumper to Bumper Plus warranty. GM is the only American manufacturer to cover all the parts of all our 89 cars and light trucks for 3 years or 50,000 miles. Parts, labor, and towing, top to bottom, inside and out, A to Z. Bumper to bumper.
To bumper to bumper, bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper.
Tires are covered by the tire maker, and there's a $100 deductible per visit after the first year or 12,000 miles. See your Chevrolet, Pontiac, Oldsmobile, Buick, Cadillac, or GMC truck dealer for terms of the Bumper to Bumper Plus limited warranty, only from GM.
Spirit at your Dodge dealer. You'll see it in the wide range of Dodge quality cars and trucks we sell, and in everything we do. See your Dodge dealer today, where the new Spirit shows. Judy DeAngelis has the latest from the WNBC Traffic and Transit Network. Judy?
Thank you, Alan. Outbound Holland and Lincoln Tunnels, 15-minute delays. Inbound at the Holland, there's a 20-minute tie-up, a 30-minute delay at the inbound to Lincoln. Inbound GWB, a 15-minute wait. Queens Midtown Tunnel, 15-minute delays both ways. Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, a 15-minute tie-up each way. Westbound on the LIE, a slow go for 2.5 miles out of Nassau County through Springfield Boulevard. Eastbound side slow from the Clearview Expressway through the Cross Island Parkway. Southbound Garden State Parkway jammed from exit 148 through 145 due to a two-car accident in the left lane. New Jersey Transit reporting 35-minute delays on the Northeast Corridor and North Jersey coastlines out of New York. Long Island Railroad says 30-minute delays on all trains out of Penn Station due to earlier equipment trouble. We'll be back in 20 minutes with more traffic and transit.
I forgot to say earlier after the Dodge commercial, see your Tri-State Dodge dealers where the new Spirit shows. I don't know how we're going to get through tomorrow's show. It's going to be a madhouse in here.
Yeah, sure.
The Western Hemisphere will be here tomorrow.
Well, most of the Western Hemisphere. The cream of the crop will be here.
Yeah. Maybe I'll shave tomorrow. All right, let's go to our telephones. 247...
Your legs?
80s. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really need this from you anymore.
You're right, you don't. But I think you're going to miss it. I suspect you're going to miss it.
I want to miss you very much. And let me just... No, I don't want to get...
Don't be a wimp. See, I have to do this. Ladies and gentlemen,
am I a wimp if I lose it, or am I a wimp?
No, you're not. And I know I'm going to be misread on this, and people are going to call up and get angry at me. It's just that you need to get through the show because you have a lot of listeners out there who love you.
A lot of people who hate me.
A lot of people
who love to hate me.
That's true. And you have every right in the world to be emotional because we all are, believe me. And I don't know why I'm being strong for you. Because when I walk out of here, I burst into tears, but I'm doing it.
I think women are emotionally stronger than men are. Men are physically stronger. I think women are emotionally stronger. You don't agree with that?
Well,
not in this case.
I don't know.
No way.
I can't answer that question, but I can tell you that the reason I'm being strong for you is because I know that you owe it to your listeners. You've got listeners out there who are waiting to hear from you.
I'm just very emotional.
Yes, you are, and you have every right to be. And I think that makes you more of a person.
I'm not emotional because... I think I have to explain this because many people don't understand that it's not emotional because of my situation. We're all going to go on from here and do great.
Sure.
I'm emotional about the dismantling of the NBC radio empire.
Absolutely. Oh, I thought it was because you weren't going to be working with me anymore.
Well, that's what I was about to talk about. You are a superb broadcaster and extremely talented, and you give good newscasts. I
give good headlines.
Yeah, you are terrific. You are a terrific reporter. No, I can't talk to this crew. I'm telling you, I can't talk to them.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
You're a terrific reporter, and I've always been impressed by your work. Love your work, Pat. But I don't think... That doesn't tell the whole story, and I don't know what you're going to do next, but I know you're going to do very well.
Thank you.
And if you get a job reading the news, people should know that is only a part of your talent, because to be able to sit in here with me, of all people, and be kind of a second banana, that's not meant in a derogatory manner, because second banana is a very... Not anybody can do that. To know when to say something, when to lay back, when to go for the line, when to be serious, when to be funny, and to read me as well as you do.
When to get your coffee.
Beautiful. When to do the windows, when to kiss my feet, when to shine my shoes. Beautiful. But I've never worked with... I've worked with lots of people, and sometimes I've had people foisted upon me. They said, you're going to work with this person, and they're going to be good, right? Yeah, right. That's why I'm not... Well, anyway. But you do that better than anybody.
Thank you.
And that is a talent. And I think the chemistry between you and I is so good.
It is terrific.
And I'm going to really miss that.
Yeah, I am too. I'm going to miss it. I just want you to know I have worked with a lot of people in this business.
No, you said that already. Come on, let's go. But I'm one of them. Let's go to the telephones. 247-80.
You know, you could make me hate you by the end of this show.
Why start now? Let's go to the phones. 247-8666. WNBC.
Hi, honey.
Oh, hi, babe.
Listen, I have to tell you something important.
Yeah.
I've decided to leave you.
Yeah. Now, at this time in my life?
Well, living with you has been sheer hell, and there are no more perks involved. I get to hear you on the radio every day coming on to those poor white trash women, especially the genius from Babylon. You know who I mean.
The genius from Babylon?
I get to take calls from your mother every day. How's my...
Oh, the genius from Babylon. Is that Jessica Hahn?
How's his anal fistula today? How much do you think a person can take? And I'm sick of having to massage your pathetic little ego.
Oh, so now that I'm not going to have a job anymore, you want to leave me, right?
Don't you have your little henchmen, Fred and Jackie, for that? And all those knuckle draggers who listen to your show?
I think she's got me confused with somebody, does she not?
So I'm leaving and I'm moving in with Robin. And don't act shocked, because you're the one who's always calling her the bush-banging jungle bunny. And I know...
That's not me. Come on. Not me. I've never said that.
So let's get back to how much I enjoy working with you.
Maybe we should stick to this, huh?
You made the decision to go to the phone. You could have stayed with a compliment, but no.
WNBC. I know that voice, and it's not going to get away with it. 629 at WNBC.
Yeah.
You know, people are calling at 955-9066, and we're not taking calls on this number.
Alan Colmes?
No, we're not taking calls.
Whoa, wait a minute.
No, we're not taking calls on this number.
Wait a minute.
No, we're taking calls at 247.
I'm going to confess. Will you wait a minute?
All right, what do you want to confess?
This is the guy that always yells the F word. I'm going to confess to you, okay?
Why do you do that?
Oh, no.
All right. No, we're not taking calls at 955-9066.
Thank you very much. I love your show, too.
Thank you. Why are you calling this number?
Because it's such an overload. I have to call you on this line, Alan.
No, but we're not taking calls on this line.
Yeah, but I have to talk to you.
About what?
I've been one of your regular callers.
Yeah.
Since last October, I've called you 100 times.
100? What, you been counting?
Yeah, I've been counting.
Having the guy who talks about Soupy, has the guy who does John Denver.
You're not the guy who talks like Soupy.
No, I'm the guy who talks about Soupy.
Oh, about Soupy. Well, that's a great topic.
I just really enjoyed your show. Overnight, listening to you on ABC.
Thank you.
Oh, I've enjoyed Judy. Judy, you there?
Yes, I am.
I enjoyed listening to you over the years as Captain Frank and Soupy.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
All those guys. So good luck, Alan.
By the way, I'd like to have Soupy Sales here tomorrow.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that he's invited.
That's a good idea.
Regardless of the feelings of personal feelings between him and certain management people here. Where is David?
I was getting a Coca-Cola.
Alan Colmes Show.
Hi, have we invited Soupy yet?
No, we haven't.
He's in my Rolodex, not him personally. Well, let's invite Soupy and see if he wants to be here.
I certainly will.
What about Joyce Brothers?
Okay.
What about Joyce Brothers?
And I left a message on her machine.
Okay.
Bye.
He belongs here tomorrow.
He does.
Let's
Thank
put
you.
our
I think it's very nice.
Let's put our personal, and I have nothing personal with Soupy. I barely know the man.
Well, I happen to like him.
And
he's a real nice guy.
I think he belongs here tomorrow.
I know there's some people that had some, problems, but... Okay, we'll forward...
What?
Oh, you bleeped yourself?
Yes. Why? Yes, I did.
You bleeped that? You bleeped that? Oh, Alan, come on. You didn't have to bleep that. You didn't have to. No, that wasn't so bad.
Okay. I thought I should bleep
I'm
myself.
proud of you for saying that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I should bleep myself out.
Okay, well, it's your show.
Thank you. You're beautiful.
What did you say?
F him.
Oh.
WNBC, hello.
Alan. Hello.
Hi.
Alan, Lumpy Goldberg.
Lumpy Goldberg, the funniest cab driver in New York.
You know, I'm running out of space under the C's in my address book. You keep bouncing around. I'm going to have to buy a new address book. There's no more
I
room
don't
for
keep
anymore.
bouncing around. I'm really at a pretty... I've been in I was in one place for 5 years. I've been here for almost 2 years.
That's very true.
It's not bouncing around, and...
I think it's ridiculous that they're closing down WNBC. By the way, there's a hunch bet tonight at the Meadowlands. There's a horse named This Friday running at the 6th race at the Meadowlands. It's sort of a hunch. By the way, I would like to offer on behalf of my fellow taxi drivers, who, by the way, when you come on the air, they know that it's shift change time. That's the perfect time of the day. Just one thing in closing, and that we're all going to miss you, and, V'yiskadash, Shemei Rabah, Amen. Which I think...
that's the Kaddish you say for dead people.
That's what it says at all, and that's
in Yiddish.
NBC.
All right, in Hebrew. Thank you. Thank you very much. The Kaddish, ladies and gentlemen. Remember the first show? Roland Werner is here, who was my original producer. We worked together at WNBC. And we came here together, and his idea had a great idea. The first night, and we also did it in the afternoon on the overnight show when I joined WNBC, we had a rabbi and a priest saying a prayer.
They blessed you and the show.
Right, we had Rabbi Joseph Potasnik, my good friend from WABC.
And Father
Kevin Ash
from
who also married you.
Well, no, he married my wife and me.
Well, that was after you and he got divorced. Right.
But
Hi, Janie.
He didn't bless the station.
What do you think? What do you think of this whole deal?
I'm trying not to think about it, but after looking at all that mess over there, I gotta think about it.
Well, some very sick listener sent me something.
Don't mention it. We opened one package and it was like 18 envelopes.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
Picture.
Yeah.
Gosh, sickos. But thank them for that.
I'm going to miss the sickos, though. Really.
The New York Detox Center is coming here to take the stuff away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but Janie, I'm going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you too, Alan. It's been fun, though. It really.
Yeah, you're the best.
You are too.
So, Roland, and any openings up at the Today Show?
Can I say my goodbye to you now so I won't have to do it tomorrow?
Yeah, let's say our goodbyes now.
Okay, great.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go again. Okay.
Yeah, because, I mean, from the way I get it, you're the last one, right?
You
takes it out, right?
I'm
you
pegged, so to speak.
Yeah.
Oh. I'll be an asterisk in the broadcasting.
Right.
An asterisk.
Oh.
You know that little thingamajig,
A lot of people said that about Ellen.
I'll be what Geraldine Ferraro is to politics. I will be an asterisk.
Not that bad, okay?
No.
Missed.
But Janie, everybody here loves you. You're part of the WNBC family.
Too.
You work for GE, and they're going to be reassigned?
No, I work for the cleaning.
For the cleaning service.
Yeah.
And you know how much we love you here.
Yeah,
And
you
are. We consider you part of the staff at WNBC.
You know, you all are part of my family. You're all of my family, you know. I adopted each one of you.
And send the checks to her house now.
Yeah. No checks necessary this trip.
Oh,
all right.
Come on, Al, give her a little smooch. Come on, you're dying
If she
for
was
it.
over here, I would, but...
I'm staying away from him because...
I'm going to give her a smooch later before
see,
I
all
leave.
the gifts back there, they sent him, and he's
I got the
well loved.
Polaroid.
Yeah, right.
Great. I got my camera.
The biggest rolling as Polaroids is why we had to start working together in the first place. So we'll talk later, Jeannie, but I just want to say how much we love you.
I love you too.
All right.
She's upset because the garbage pails are all full from all the
there's
stuff
so much
that's been
garbage
sent.
in this place, and
Everybody's been cleaning out their drawers.
But luckily, a lot of the garbage will be leaving tomorrow.
You're forgetting one very, very important person. You're forgetting one very important person. The water guy. What's his name?
What is his name?
You know, I don't know.
He's been here for 2 years filling your water pit.
I think we're going to find out today.
Is he in yet? Is he coming in?
No, he usually... Oh, gee, 6:35. He's usually
The water
here by
guy.
now.
Was a different water guy the last few days. Oh.
We have 3 different ones.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
but there's one gentleman in particular who loves radio graffiti.
Yeah, he sits in the back. He would sit in the back.
Let's see his
like me.
Huh? Let's see what that looks like. I want to see the guest list for tomorrow. Is this complete?
No, not even close. Alan, you'd need pages and pages.
Oh, you got to put more on this. You got to you got to add to this.
She doesn't seem too happy about doing that.
I'm very happy to do it.
Melinda is the best. I love Melinda.
We're going to start dumping on people that were lousy around here.
I've been doing that for the last 2.5 years. A year and a half.
All this, the best stuff.
I love Melinda.
Yeah, it's just so weird to not see you in your usual acerbic personality mode.
I just, I thought to bring Melinda back after her internship in it so we could give her a job and we could work together, and she's done a terrific job.
She has. She's done a terrific job.
And she does everything that's asked of her and then some. Much of it standing up, and...
There you go. Now you're getting back into the groove. Okay.
Yeah,
See, why didn't you quit when you was
right.
I don't think that was complimentary.
It was. It really was.
Well, I wonder what he meant by that. You know what my feelings for you are.
I know.
And you know how much I'm going to miss you. And Melinda's going to Europe to run away with some guy she knows in some foreign country.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's rolling.
Because English... Because Melinda likes the unattainable, men who are not geographically desirable. And I just hope he brings you home after your first day.
Yeah.
Back to this country. So, on tomorrow's show, we have a lineup of that is just an incredible lineup. And you and David have done a tremendous job.
Thank you.
In general, but in particular on tomorrow's show. Cousin Bruce will be with me. Joining me in the studio because he personifies New York radio to me.
Yeah. Before you go any further, may I just interject once again for the listeners that you will be on from
1:30 to
5:30
to
5:30.
Yeah.
Just a little